Yes, we are
I'm
recording.
trying.
Keep quiet.
Okay. That's how we're gonna start off too. I'm gonna make that the first thing people hear. We're recording. Be quiet. We're on set. Shut up. Anyway, how you doing?
I feel like $1,000,000 compared to the last time we recorded.
Were you were you feeling off the day we recorded too, or did it like all hit you afterwards? Because you did say you were tired that day.
We recorded that week, right?
Yeah, it was like we recorded that week, and then I was talking to you about playing on Saturday evening, and then Callie was like, "No go. Talk to you tomorrow."
Jesus. When did we record? Because well, to add context to what we're talking about, guys.
I was gonna say, do you want to share this information? Do you want to talk about it? Say
Yeah,
why we've been missing for a couple weeks.
yeah, it's my fault again.
Don't blame yourself. You have to take care of yourself, and shit just happens.
So, to add context to the conversation that we're currently having, a couple of weeks ago, I ended up being hospitalized with a blood clot in my legs. Um, and I believe it was starting, or at least the majority of it was starting at that time, depending on when we recorded that week. Do you remember?
I, oh man, I think we recorded on Wednesday and then put it up Thursday. I think we were like a day off on that one,
Then yes, it was already
and it was already going that week because you were talking about how you were tired and stuff like that. And then like I don't remember if it was Friday or Saturday, but like it was one of those nights that we had talked about playing, and then we were all supposed to be on,
yeah.
and I text our group, and then didn't hear back from you, and Callie instead replied directly to me and was like, "You'll talk to me later about it." I was like, "Oh fuck, what happened?" I'm just gonna wait and see what happened, but I'm worried.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That was a Friday because we were supposed to. I had left work. And I knew something was wrong because I had walked from the front door of my office to my car,
Mm-hmm.
and the walk wasn't that walk wasn't that far. Maybe the distance. People who are listening aren't gonna know, but you know, like the distance from my driveway to the front door,
Yeah,
that distance, and it felt
that's
like
maybe 8 feet.
yeah. Basically, I ran. It felt like I ran sprints,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hard for me to catch my breath. So at that point, I knew, all right, I need to go get checked out. Got to Hawthorne urgent care. Walked from the parking lot to the check-in desk, and I was nearly passing out at the check-in desk. Like I could barely answer the poor attendant's questions,
Mm-hmm.
and they got me in, ran some tests. Was like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. And then I got there and come to find out, woohoo, blood clots.
Woohoo! Yeah,
Hmm,
greatest thing in the world.
I know,
Something to
right?
be woohooing.
Of all the things that I thought it could possibly be, blood clots with a blood clot in my lungs was
Yeah,
not one of them.
was not expecting it. I like I told you on the phone when you called me. I was like, I'm glad I'm sitting down. I was not ready for that. Not expecting it at all.
Same, and yeah, that was a fun weekend. Uh,
Oh yeah,
I
you get a free hotel stay.
I wouldn't say free, but it's definitely not coming out of my pocket.
That's true. This is the American healthcare system, after all.
Oh Jesus. Um,
But you're good now.
yeah,
Not 100%, but you are better.
right, exactly. It's a million bucks.
In
There's
Monopoly money, but that's okay.
I'll take it. I'm breathing a hell
Over
of
how you were feeling, yeah,
oh
I would assume so.
mm-hmm. Well, I want to say the same. The next time I went back to Hawthorne, I think it was just doing that same walk. I could tell, holy shit, big freaking difference.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah. Also,
Well, I am glad you are doing better.
you and me both.
Yeah, I would hope so.
How's your time been?
tiring. I mean, that's the best answer I can give you. It's just been a lot of work. And I mean, if what you guys walked into on Sunday was any indication, we've just been busy trying to clean up and organize, get stuff ready, and then I woke up at like 5 or 6 in the morning to make those avocado macarons for the party.
Those are good.
Well, thank you.
What was the filling?
Just chocolate buttercream.
Really? Okay.
Yep, that's all. Just your traditional vanilla macarons with chocolate buttercream. I was going to make it avocado buttercream to incorporate avocado since that's what the whole thing was for Lauren, but I was like, I've never done it before. I don't have that kind of time. Just going to make what I know works.
I very much appreciate it.
Yay. You really don't like avocados that much, huh?
Nope.
Coming from the wrong family.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Don't like the taste. Don't like the texture.
I am so surprised.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. The one time that we had dinner with your parents specifically, like they were dishing out avocados left and right, and like I'm like, yeah, everybody here likes it. Makes sense. And I understood Sawyer was picky about it, and Callie didn't like it, but like all of us were all about it. I could have sworn that you ate them too, so I'm like, I was surprised because I was telling Meg, I was like, should I make guac? Do we get chips and dip for this stuff since it's all avocados? And I'm like, well, only a few of us are gonna eat guac. I'm sure Mike will. And then come to find out, hell no, I hate avocados.
Yeah, no, I'm not an avocado fan. I never have. I actually remember the first time my parents had me try it, and the second it went in my mouth, I'm like, and it just like smushed. I'm like, what the flip is this?
To be fair, I didn't like it at first either, but now that I've gotten older, I do. Go figure.
I've tried it a few times since. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Were you trepidatious about the macaron at first since it looked like an avocado?
No, I figured you weren't. Well, now I am. That you were halfway considering making an avocado cream filling.
It was a suggestion by my wife based on everything else. I was like, yeah, sure, I've never done it. I'll give it a try. And then thankfully I didn't have enough time, so I was just like, let me make a double batch of macarons and be done with it.
Oh my
But that
God.
party Sunday was nice. It was
Oh,
good
absolutely.
having everybody over and having fun.
Oh yeah, the kids had a blast. They were doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys made awesome food.
Yeah, thanks. That was good.
Oh yeah.
That was the first time we ever got to use our grill and had company over for like a little mini party. So how you like that? Been in this house almost 10 years.
It's really been that. It has not been 10 years.
It's getting to be about that, yeah.
Really?
Been
Holy shit.
7 this year, yeah.
Okay, that may. Holy crap! Yeah.
Yeah, this October I will have been in Massachusetts for 10 years flat. Because our relationship is 10 years old.
Yeah, but I didn't. I didn't think you were living at that house for almost 10 years though. But
Yep.
but yeah. Amelia was already born by the time you guys moved in. I think.
No.
No. No. Yeah, you're right.
No. So I moved out here. We had an apartment. We moved to another apartment, and then we got a house. And then after that, we got Lucy, and then we got married in the apartment. We got the house. We got Lucy, and then we had the kid.
That I remember. That you guys did. That for sure I remember. Just you guys got married before the house.
Yeah. Got married in a. Married while we lived in an apartment. Went to Hawaii. Came back. Bought a house.
Oh, holy crap! Yeah, that makes sense because the Sawyer
Yeah,
and
Meg was
Amelia.
pregnant at your guys' wedding.
Yes, she was.
That was when Marissa was walking around calling me Dadum.
Oh dear God! Yeah, you guys were nuts. The fact that that woman drove all the way from where you guys where you guys lived to where we are, that far along. It's like holy shit. That's love right there.
I mean, we called and sang happy birthday to your wife. I would hope that you guys know that we love you.
Oh, absolutely. Ugh.
Hi, Snow. Bye, Snow. It's just a white blob walking along the floor. So I know that you've been busy. No chance that you've played any games
Just
besides like our typical.
yeah, basically the typical. The slime game was kept me busy while I was at the hospital
Fair.
because I could only watch so much Bar Rescue.
Wait, you don't like John Tapper, or is his yelling get on your nerves after a while?
When you're watching it for almost 5 days straight because there's nothing else on, you kind of get
Fair.
tired.
Yeah. I get that. Oh. I guess we didn't get to talk about it much, but now that we're on the podcast, we can really quick before we get the show on the road.
Mhm.
Now that you got to try Power Wash and Hi-Fi Rush here, what'd you think?
They were fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see Hi-Fi Rush being a game that would get me to want to try the Xbox.
It'll help you if you could put headphones on to hear the music and
Yeah.
like the beat as it goes. It makes playing it so much easier.
Oh,
It
yeah.
helps when you can actually hear the beat of the song.
Oh,
But if
absolutely.
you have no rhythm, then you're fucked.
Oh yeah, my rhythm sucks, but the like I know how you said the cat cue you can bring up the cat cue to make it easier. But
Yeah,
if
it's all
you
on a timing thing.
yeah, but if you actually pay attention to the background stuff in the
Yes.
background,
That's one of the nice things about the design of that game is that everything, and I mean everything in that world, game, place, time, whatever, is always to the beat of the song that's playing.
which
So
made things so much easier.
that's one of the coolest things about that game too. Is just like the animation is always in time with the beat of the song.
Yeah.
It's
And
cool.
I even noticed, even though I couldn't hear it very well because of the kids, I could still, just from the pulsing, I'm like, yep. I caught
Yeah,
myself
just
bobbing
one,
back and
two,
forth.
3, 4.
Ugh.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all you got to do. Easy.
Oh yeah.
And now you've seen firsthand how much of a time sink Power Wash can be, but how relaxing it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What was that Final Fantasy thing you were cleaning again? What's it called? It's not the Scorpion turret, is it?
I think so. Let me look it up. It's been a while since I've faced that character. Hold on.
I should have remembered to set you back one level and just restarted that one, so that way you could clean the Buster Sword just to see it.
Ooh, that would
Because
be
it was
nice.
there. That was there. The motorcycle he drove on, or he rode, or at least it was a Shinra motorcycle. There was like a Shinra delivery truck also, and like a car.
Yeah.
There's probably more too after we
I'm
get
sure.
done with the robot thing.
Let's see. Scorpion Sentinel.
There you go. That was close. One word off.
Yeah. Actually. Ah. No, I see another page referencing it as the guard scorpion.
I think you were right the first time.
Yeah, I believe so.
And I just finished the base game the other day, like all the achievements and challenges in the game, of Toem. Toem? Toem? I think it's for PlayStation as well. I'll have to check. I don't know. But it was on Game Pass, and I'd heard a lot about it and saw it. It's a isometric hybrid of like 2D and 3D,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all black and white, and it's called a photography adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just a little dude taking pictures of different things to show people to complete challenges and stuff.
Yep.
It's cute. It's a pretty relaxing game. It requires you to use your brain and think about things because it doesn't spell out what you got to do. It's like take a picture of something like this.
Yeah.
And then you have to just travel around the different cities and stuff finding that to take pictures of it.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
cute. It was a fun little game. Didn't take very long to get all the achievements in it either.
Basically, something to pass the time, let you relax and.
Yeah. It was a good little 3-hour indie game. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to see.
I recommend it.
I'll have to see
If you
it's
like
available.
chill, cozy games. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm so bad.
It's okay.
Okay. Want me to interrupt you some more and get the show on the road?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, since we're back after a few weeks, do you want to take this one or you want me to do it?
Go for it.
Okay. What number are we on? Before I do, because I didn't look. 37.
Fuck.
Right.
Are we?
I think so. I know that we hit 300 total listens, which is cool. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
People like us. I don't know why, but they do. I hate that I always have to look because I never remember. But I was right. It is 37.
Yes, we're on.
So this is the Rebel Pack Podcast, episode 37. And we got Mike back, and I'm Adam. I took
Yeah,
it from you, sorry.
yeah, bastard.
That's okay. You can start us off. I've talked enough. It's your turn.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
It's a bit of an oldie news, but one of the first things that I wanted to mention before the whole bleh. Um,
Is that how we're describing it now?
yeah, apparently.
Mike and his bah.
Apparently after the whole the oh my god.
It's
After
like
the
getting on a
FTC
bike. You
versus
can do it.
Xbox suit, after the
There you go.
FTC lost, a whole bunch of Xbox fans started like spamming different forums,
Mm-hmm.
like like the wiki page that you showed me. I wanna say
Yeah, so some of some of the fanboys for some reason, well, not for some reason, because it seemed like Sony was in cahoots with the FTC with all the shit that they kept pushing and trying to extend things and asking for a second opinion, basically with the ruling. People went in and changed the Wikipedia page for the FTC to be Sony's logo.
oh Jesus. And granted, the page I was reading at the time seemed like very biased because oh my god, they had nothing nice to say. Um,
That's the internet. What do you expect?
oh yeah, but like they were ruthless. Even on the even on their posts, the FTC posts of something stuff that had nothing to do with video games and just being telling you, hey, watch out for scams and shit like that. People were just knocking on them,
Just not
big
letting
time.
it go.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, it's stuff like that makes me like,
It's a little embarrassing.
yeah, like we
Like
have
that.
moments where the gaming community shows to be the strongest out of a lot of other communities when it comes to like charities and shit like that. But then you see,
Yes, gamers are good at showing support and rallying behind causes and stuff, but sometimes they put that to bad use.
pretty much, it's either they go to one end of the spectrum or the other.
Mm-hmm.
There's no chill. Oh.
I mean, it was funny seeing that, but like the just constant dogpile the subsequent week after that was a bit much, and it's a little embarrassing too because it's just like, all right, we get it, enough's enough. You're beating a dead horse.
Basically, and this is a serious thing. It's not. We get you're upset about why it had to even go that far, but you guys also have to realize this stuff has major implications
Mm-hmm.
as to how businesses are going to run from this point forward. So,
Might change the landscape of how the gaming industry operates too.
right, exactly. It's just as monumental as when Disney bought Fox.
Mm-hmm.
It's that monumental, and you need. I
You have a
get.
good point. It is kind of on that level.
It's exactly that because that was the biggest worries is people were worried about things becoming a monopoly at that point. Look at the point the what's going to be happening by the end of this year with Hulu, which is a major streaming platform.
What is happening? Because I don't even know.
Basically, it's to the point where um Disney owns enough shares
In
of
Hulu
Hulu,
itself?
right?
Okay.
That the agreement between Universal and Disney is basically almost up. By the end of this year, Disney and Universal have to come up with an amicable agreement of either Disney buys them out or Universal's going to force the sale, and they are going to have to pay for it.
Interesting.
So it's either got to be mutual or not, which is why there was the whole speculation and why, like, I want to say like Jesus Christ, how long ago has it been? Yeah, this whole thing throws my time frames off. I think like
Yeah.
a month or so ago. Um, is stating that they, at some point by the end of this year, Hulu and Disney are going to be merged into one at some point.
Jesus Christ, cannibalizing it.
Pretty much, but they didn't mention how they're going to do that or what. So,
Yikes! I don't know.
but that
Well,
also, but that goes to show it's the those deals, that particular deal of Disney buying out the Fox Entertainment is affecting things down the line where a company that was co-owned by a whole bunch of other companies is now going to either be forced or to be bought out by Disney.
hmm
And mind you, I'm a Disney fan. Don't get me wrong, but that's also adding to the speculation of the monopoly. You're combining two major streaming platforms now.
you can be a fan of something and be realistic about it too.
Right.
Like I like Xbox in their games and stuff like that. I mean, I also like Sony and shit like that, but I
Yeah.
can also understand the implications of a company kind of monopolizing the industry.
And then we're gonna end up in the same boat that we people were cutting cable. I know we're straying from. There's a point to what I'm saying, people. Let me have my long walk for a
We'll
short
bring
drink
it
of
around.
water, okay? Basically that happening. Eventually, they're gonna end up along the same lines as Comcast and Spectrum and all of them, where you're only gonna have that one major place to go to, and they're gonna set the prices for whatever the hell they want.
hmm It's
And
basically going to be the internet of old, where it's like you have to have that service to be able to see that stuff. Like with AOL, you have to have AOL to go. When you do news, it would be AOL News. You wouldn't have access to the other stuff because it was a closed off system.
right. And that's also the worries that people are having with the video with what Microsoft is going to be doing. That
I
that
mean, to be fair, that's kind of how it was, but it's not like to the extreme because before it was like you'll get lucky if it came to that system, but generally the games were made for all of them because they were kind of all on par. Now that you've had people buying up the companies and stuff, they're keeping them within their own ecosystems.
right, and you also have to think about it from those perspectives where yeah they made they ended up being on every system because they made separate games. There was no internet connection for games at that point to have to be concerned about that to be able to play.
Running off this whole conversation and the FTC thing, since that ruling came out, uh, somehow magically Xbox helped Activision, I guess, or maybe it was on Xbox's side. They fixed some multiplayer issues for some Xbox 360 Call of Duty games. Now those multiplayer services are back up and running.
No shit.
It's
Okay.
it's interesting timing that it was after the ruling though. I'm not gonna get all conspiracy theorist about it. It's just it raises some eyebrows. Sure, maybe they were working on this for a while and it just so happened to happen after that, but it's just pretty weird timing.
Basically, because
But I'll tell you right now, that's one a lot of people. A lot of people were excited that those services came back up, and there was a flood of people playing over the weekend once it first hit.
oh Jesus.
hmm A lot of people were really happy. Look good on Microsoft's part.
Pretty much. And Microsoft's already pretty big to begin with, so.
Oh, and not too long after that, we got some financial information from Activision too.
Okay.
So Diablo 4 came out like just before they put out some information. How do you think it's doing?
I would have thought it was doing pretty fantastic.
It's doing exceptionally well,
Okay.
except for the patch that first came out a couple weeks after the game came out, I think. Pissed off the entire community because it basically turned it into a grind fest. They kind of slowed down experience gain from things and made changes to where you can earn more experience from places and things like that,
Yeah.
and just made it more tedious to get things done. So people were upset about that, and then they had like a campfire roundtable after that to discuss it, and was like, "Here's our plans. We missed the mark. We're gonna step back. Here's how we're gonna work on fixing this." And I don't know if it went live recently or if it's going to soon, but that's coming up soon since their first season just hit 2. They also let it out about some stuff that we already knew, like how Overwatch 2's player count has kind of been going downhill
Yeah.
for a long time, ever since Overwatch 2 debuted. They're expecting a little bump though come August when the first round of story missions come out. Remember the ones that are coming out and then they're taking them away again until next year?
Are they actually coming out this time around?
Around August 10th, just in time for Stray, so you can come over and play that. Uh, but that's the only thing that they're expecting so far, is to get a bump from that and then hopefully maintain until the end of the year and get it back. I don't know. But it's not doing great. World of Warcraft's still up and running, both classic and normal, still doing fine. Overall, they're not in a bad spot. Their stock went up too after the ruling, I think we mentioned.
Yeah, because I think it was what? Let me scroll back up. I think by the end of the first day, it was what a $8 bump or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I think it went from like 81 or 82 to 90.
Yeah, went up to 91.26 at least at the time of the article I read.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, which was an 850 increase from market opening. So.
And one additional thing is that they're stepping outside of their own little PC realm. So Overwatch 2 and stuff was on Xbox and probably PlayStation, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and through Blizzard's client on PC.
Yeah.
Now it'll also be on Steam.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think that is their own personal choice and was like, we need to get new players, let's put it on that ourselves? Or was that a suggested business position by Microsoft?
Oh, I'm sure.
Because the reason why I asked that is because a lot of Xbox games as well are through Steam.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to go through Xbox, you can go through Steam to get those. Not every single one, but a large majority are on there.
I'm sure
It's
Microsoft
diversification for your portfolio. More places for people to buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Just some interesting things going on. Lots changed since the ruling. Everybody's like working towards getting shit done.
Talk about getting shit done. Apparently, Ubisoft is deleting your account if you haven't used it. In well, I guess my account's already deleted. Um, at least when I read the article, it said Ubisoft will delete your account with them, including the games you bought. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's inactive for 6 months.
But reading through the response from whoever it was at Ubisoft too, it's kind of specific. It, like if you haven't really bought any games, not active on anything, haven't played it in a year or two, it's like, yeah, probably, safe to assume you're not going to come back, or it'll be a snowball's chance in hell that you log in. Say you have games that you own on there, you log in periodically, or you check out stuff here and there. They take those matters or those metrics into consideration before they flag it for deletion.
Yeah.
So it's not just hard 6 months out, goodbye. It's all these other factors play into it as well.
I still think that's.
It's still rough though.
Yeah.
Like just say you're done playing video games for a while, or there's a reason why you can't do it for a couple of years. You come back, all that shit's gone because you just were not physically able to do so. That sucks.
Yeah. Look at perfect example of why when I stopped playing Destiny 2. I stopped playing Destiny 2 for a while because Sawyer was born. We had stuff to do. I guarantee you, if I came back and found out all my progress and everything that I bought was deleted, guess just because I wasn't inactive, guess you're not getting my money again.
And that's fair.
And that adds to the conversation
Ubisoft...
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that adds to the point that we've driven since we started the podcast. You're paying at that point. You're paying for the rights to use their product. You don't actually own the game.
I'd say more paying for the right to use their services.
Yeah.
Because if they're taking it all away afterwards, then did you ever really own it to begin with? And that's a whole other debate and conversation too. Now, I honestly thought you were going to go in a different direction with that.
Okay. How did you think I was gonna go?
I thought you were going to bring up the fact that afterwards Microsoft and Xbox, or Microsoft slash Xbox and Sony finally signed a Call of Duty deal.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So they got their 10-year agreement like Xbox had put out and Sony had denied. They were like, "No thanks, we want something better."
Yeah.
So they were holding out like this whole time, but after it was all said and done, didn't go their way. They're like, "Okay, we'll sign that agreement now." Funny enough, Sony shot themselves in the foot doing so because they didn't get any bells and whistles with it. It's just straight 10-year.
Cool.
Yeah, they got the bare minimum from that, at least until the what was it? This is the bare minimum after turning down every option until the FTC trial judgment came through, which is what I wrote. Yeah, they get. I think I pulled it straight from the thing too. It says it guarantees them access to Call of Duty for 10 years with full parity, which means I don't think that they're going to have to share income from that on their systems.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if like Sony's version of Game Pass was on the table, or if how the company who gets exclusivity rights usually will have like play it here early for a week or a month, or have their own DLC that you can't get anywhere else kind of thing.
Right.
I as far as I understand this, Sony will get just Call of Duty.
Well, that's
I'm gonna go as far as to say maybe on their Game Pass service thing as well.
Yeah.
Maybe. But just it's still coming to Sony for the next 10 years, at least.
Yeah, because
But that's it.
Microsoft made good on what they said, and that's probably their way of saying go fuck yourself
Well, that's
for
just
trying to
the
screw me
downside
over.
to I mean, yeah, but that's just the downside for Sony. Like, you hold out for so long, bitching and complaining and trying to fight this tooth and nail, just to get the bare minimum. What are you gonna do?
You could have got nothing.
That's true. But I mean, Xbox was doing the stand-up thing and making commitments left and right and was holding themselves to it.
Yeah.
So at least they got that. But besides that, the Activision Microsoft thing, their deadline passed, and no deal was signed on the 18th of July this month.
Yeah.
Since tomorrow's August. Ugh. So instead of anything else going on, they extended the deadline. So that way they can finish getting all the ducks in a row, like talking with the CMA and getting that shit figured out first, and then what they're going to do on the back end afterwards. So I think they were looking at October or November to finalize it this time around.
Now, did where they extended the deadline? Did Microsoft have to pay Activision Blizzard the penalty?
No, that was only if they were going to abandon it or it wasn't going to work.
Oh, I thought it was if they didn't hit the deadline period.
But since they extended it and everything's working out in their favor, I guess they don't have to. Still working out. Yay.
Woohoo! Sorta. So,
What?
because I'm still a Sony fanboy, even though I'm pissed at them being stupid.
Well, go tell Jim Ryan what you think. Tell him to stop being dumb.
Get your head out of your ass. Nah, I'd rather talk about Square Enix, to be honest.
Well, which part? Are you talking about just like the other day when Phil Spencer was up there on stage with them talking about Final Fantasy XIV and Dawnlight or whatever the fuck the DLC is called?
No, I did not.
You didn't know that Phil Spencer was there on him? Or
No.
on stage with him?
No. Like I
Final
said,
Fantasy
I
14
Yeah.
is coming to Xbox.
Ooh. Okay.
So people are wondering, based on some things that they said during their little speech or whatever, they said something about supporting Square Enix for the next couple of years or years to come, or looking forward to some of their stuff for the next couple of years or something like that.
Yeah.
So people think that some other Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox soon. They haven't said anything yet. But if Phil Spencer's up there on the stage talking with them and saying Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Xbox, there's probably more in the pipeline.
I wouldn't doubt it, just because they're already expanding the other with other Square games, having it go to multiple platforms. So I wouldn't be surprised about that.
But you didn't hear about this news?
No, I have been under a rock.
Sorry.
No, the last news I knew was Square Enix actually asking for feedback from Japanese players about Final Fantasy 16 because apparently even a lot of people weren't happy about it, about the game, which surprised me. Um,
I've only heard decent things. It's just the one thing that I keep hearing from like pretty much every reviewer or just people talking about it online is that it was just way too light on the RPG mechanics. It was closer to an action RPG game than anything like Devil May Cry.
and I get that. Granted, I haven't played the game at all, and don't plan on it until they get a PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I get people's reasoning, but at some point, where are your with the way games are evolving? How how longer do you think they're gonna stick to the old mechanics? They have to try and do new things because I guarantee you, if they stayed old school and did it the way like you saw it on Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9,
So
the
I think that they're fine with what they're doing. It's the systems that needed work.
yeah
You know, they're expecting an RPG from them. I think they marketed it as an action RPG or just an RPG,
yeah
but it's Final Fantasy, so you're expecting like heavy on the RPG elements,
right
and it wasn't there. Maybe it's a fault of marketing because it wasn't pushed out and said this is how these systems are or how it works.
all right
There was an expectation set, so people were upset because it
okay.
didn't reach that expectation. That's my guess.
I'm sure I'll have a better idea of it once I do actually try out the game. It looked promising. I liked it, but I like the fact that Square is actually looking for actual feedback from players. So, or at least at the time they were looking for it. I'm sure they're done now, but uh,
I mean, they might have a cutoff date for it, but continuous stream of information that helps you stay current is always good.
yes.
Hello, statistics major here.
But that but just to be clear, what they're looking for is good. What because I think also they clarified as to what kind of shit they actually do want to hear back about, and not
Mm-hmm.
just like fanboy bitching.
You
Because I
got to be
think
able to parse that information out.
yeah, because I think the director at one point or somebody I could be wrong. It's been a while since I read the article. Um, had mentioned like you guys really need to piss off with the nastiness.
I mean, good. Fucking give it to them.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. It's unnecessary.
That is a thing that was going on in the Destiny community as well. Uh, way back when, because Destiny's been going on for 10 years, 10 plus years now,
Yeah.
something like that. They were like the community was a big thing for the game, and like the community managers would interact with the community itself and answer questions and talk directly to the different teams within Bungie to get answers back to them. Over the course of the years of the game, community managers have stepped down. A lot of the team leads have taken steps back from social media, answering questions and talking to people, just because of the vitriol and like the self-righteous attitudes and the bitching and complaining, which turned into like death threats and doxing and stuff like that. So much so to the point that there was a court or a hearing that just happened recently, where somebody who was doing that within the community was sentenced and had paid like an almost $500,000 fine and sentenced to like however many years of doing shit because they were doing this. They had found this person's address that worked at Bungie
Mm-hmm.
and was like their phone number, their address. They were calling them and texting them and harassing them. So much so that they had sent pizzas to the house with specific instructions for the driver, so that way they knew that way they would make the person think that they were outside their house fucking with them, even though they don't live in the same state or whatever.
Right.
So like they were playing mind games with this community manager from Bungie just because they didn't like something from within the game or something that they said or whatever the hell the reason is. And that's what they took them to court over and sued him for it. To make a, like, of course, to set a precedent and to make an example of this person. But the fact that somebody, a person, has to go through that works on a game that you enjoy playing and you get upset because of something within the game or they make a change you don't like, that you go that far to fuck with somebody else because you don't like something is just ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. That is 100% asinine. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If you're that upset about something, don't fucking play.
No. As the kids say, go touch grass.
Oh my god. Well, go pull if you're that upset about it, go pull a fucking Kid Rock. Put your system out there with a game in it and shoot it up. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Run it over with your big old truck. Fuck off, really.
It's just a lot of the vocal gamers at least are entitled unnecessarily so.
A bit.
What what were we even getting at with that? I don't remember.
Well, we were talking about like Square actually wanting
Right. Because the guy spoke out and was like, "Hey, stop being a dick."
yeah, basically.
Yeah. No, it's just gotten bad.
Yeah.
Let me have a fun question for you here.
Sure.
Which would be funnier after all the shit with Activision Blizzard? Sony just turning around and saying, "Okay, we're buying Square now," or since Microsoft is making deals with Square, they end up buying them.
Oh fuck.
Or maybe at the very least they make exclusivity deals, because currently, like, basically Sony has all exclusive rights to Final Fantasy games when they come out, if you haven't noticed. They either don't come out on Xbox, or if they do, it's years down the road. Think about it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think I've ever seen a Square product on Xbox outside.
They are now.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Pixel Remaster or whatever it is. Final Fantasy VIII's HD whatever is on there. What is it? They had Final Fantasy, was it 13-2 Lightning Returns or whatever?
Yeah.
They have a couple of those on there.
No shit.
Oh, they just got Crisis Core or whatever it was too, I think. But it's like none of the heavy hitters.
Yeah, they're testing the waters.
Just now getting 14. They do have 15. They didn't have 11, even though 11 was like all online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting thought, though, huh?
Yeah. Because it surprised the living shit out of me when they allowed the Kingdom Hearts series to go on multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least the main titles, anyways.
So to bring it back to the question, which would be a funnier scenario?
Oh, Jesus. If somebody's gonna buy it out, if Sony, better be Sony, because if I'm gonna have to buy an Xbox, I'm not playing PlayStation anymore.
Oh.
It's no point. I'm not gonna have multiple systems and pay for multiple internet access services.
If you do buy an Xbox, this might make your life a little bit easier. I'm still on the fence about it, but
Yeah.
they're changing how the subscription thing works.
Okay.
Like Xbox, and when I say changing it, Xbox Live Gold, the service that you knew about since the 360, is going away.
Yeah.
It's going to be gone. No more Xbox Live Gold.
We talked about that. Yeah. Did they finalize what they're doing with it?
Yeah, so it's going to be dubbed Xbox Game Pass Core.
Okay.
And that all starts on the 14th. All accounts are going to be changed over on that day. Price is still going to be $10 a month. They're not really changing that. There's still going to be like how Xbox Live Gold has free play days and like specific discounts for gold members and things like that.
Yeah.
They're going to keep those for the Game Pass Core subscribers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
doing away with the whole 2 free games thing. It used to be like 2 Xbox 360 games and then 2 Xbox One games that
Yeah.
you could get. The 360 games, so long as you've downloaded them and like the DRM is set to your console, you own the 360 games outright. They're yours.
Okay.
Xbox One games, you quote unquote own. You have access to them under that thing. But once, say you let your service lapse or you don't renew it, it's gone. You don't get those anymore.
Okay.
But they're doing away with that service. Instead of that, they're kind of taking a chunk of the Xbox Game Pass catalog
Yeah.
and making it like a thing that you pull from for core members. So there's going to be a set of 25 games under that people can download and play as much as they want. That's what they're doing. And they're keeping Ultimate. I think they're keeping like the Ultimate one too and still have PC Game Pass.
Okay.
But I don't think they're changing that too, or like the pricing structure of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there hasn't been a lot of talk about that. I just got an email the other day from Xbox talking about how they were changing Ultimate. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Straight from Xbox. Beginning on September 1st, Game Pass Ultimate and Xbox Live Gold members will no longer receive new games monthly with Game Pass, or games with Gold. Oh, they're just talking about discontinuing that. Okay, nope, we're good then.
Okay.
So, Ultimate's still staying the same. $15, access to all that shit, PC and console. But they're starting off with 25 games to add more later on. And some of like the bigger names that are going to be on there is like Doom Eternal,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online, Psychonauts 2, Limbo, even though that game's super old, Hellblade. So it's like a mixture of Xbox first and third party games and some other ones that they probably made deals with.
Right.
So, still worth it, I guess. I mean, you have a permanent fixture of 25 games that you can just download and play because you have an Xbox and 10 extra bucks to use for their service for the month.
Right.
It's not terrible. I just wish that I sat down and wrote like a comparison between PlayStation Now and this. Just to see if it's like the same, different, or if it's equaled out now.
I'm not sure.
Also, this might be like I want to say it's a push, but it's not, or a ploy to keep retention. That's the word I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
To retain customers, because some metrics just came out from some company in Europe showing that Xbox Game Pass, like Xbox Game Pass Ultimate accounts, the one that has everything in it,
Mm-hmm.
accounts for 70 to 80% of all Game Pass subscriptions. So now they need to just get that the smaller tier and get more people into there. It's like a foot in the door.
Yeah, basically when you were
You
describing,
might want to diversify that.
yeah, it basically sounds like that core membership basically sounds like it's, hey, let's dip your toes in the water, and if you like it,
Yeah.
upgrade.
And it's also kind of like, it stinks that they had to get rid of Xbox Live Gold, like the name, because they've had it for like 20 years. But this is also like a way of keeping up with the market and changing it as it changes too, because we moved on to, instead of owning things, to being subscription based. So now this is like, hey, we're keeping the soul of the old thing, but moving it into the next generation of things.
Yeah. I like that. I like that they're updating it. I don't like the fact that, like you said, it's going from owning to, hey, you're paying us so you can temporarily play the game, and if we decide we want to take it away, you're shit out of luck.
And that's a part of a two-pronged problem where the internet goes out, you can't play those games usually because you
Right.
don't have access to that. Or if you have it downloaded on your console, you need to have an active internet connection for them to check whatever they need to be able to play those games. Whereas back in the day, you just put the disc in and play and you're good to go.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So that's a whole other problem in itself. So, yeah.
And even though I'm not, perfect example of it would be, at least for me, was playing, like not having the internet access for things, is when Sawyer plays his Dreamlight um, profile. Because his is a kid profile, because of the age restriction, they cut off internet access. It'll
Right.
still do if the main account updates the game, then it'll still update. You don't have access to the Star Path. You don't have access to the premium shop. You don't have
Right.
access to stuff that any of the holiday stuff.
The Switch has pretty robust parental controls too.
Yeah. So
And Xbox. That speaking of that, Xbox just rolled out a new. I haven't heard about this on any other console either. You know how you can like flag people or report them for specific things, but then you like get generic like choices,
mm,
and then sometimes you'll get like other, and you can write in something.
yeah.
Now Xbox has a feature where you can report audio. If someone's like saying racist shit and stuff to you, you can like clip the audio from whatever they were saying and chip it off and say it was this person.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that the game is recording the audio?
I mean, it might be similar to how they have playback and stuff because you can capture, just like on PS5 and probably PS4,
Yeah.
you can capture video directly from the screen, which of course is capturing the audio as well.
Right.
So it's probably either, I don't want to say always listening, but it's either that or it's like listening to the last couple seconds to be able to grab it and clip it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about it
Hmm.
that way. I'm like, how do you implement that?
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, but that's good though. It sucks
That
because
is a very good feature.
it is a very good feature, but I can also see it getting out of hand too. Because if you call, let's say for example, you're playing against somebody and you're just beating them left and right, and you swear at them or they swear at you. Like if you get to pick the clip, somebody's saying a whole bunch of stuff and calling you like racial slurs and shit like that, and you go say, "Listen, motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your ass." They get to
You're
choose if
threatening somebody.
right, and they go
That's the same thing that you would use to do that. Like they'd report that too.
right, but if the
Are you saying who's going to report who first?
right, because then they get reported or
What's with these weird ass hypotheticals? Sony would probably have to look at both of them and be like, you both fucked up. Goodbye."
they would have to look at both of them. But let's say for example, if I'm playing online with somebody and I hear somebody shit talking me, I'll shit talk them back and then let it go. But they turn around and report me, and I don't know until they ban me.
I mean, that's clearly them being a dick, but also, I mean, don't engage.
Easier said than done.
Depends on the person.
Well, let's put it this way: there's a reason why there are rage quit pillows.
It's also called unplugging your microphone.
Yes, it is.
Some easier options there. But in the name of accessibility, they're doing that because it makes the ecosystem better and more susceptible to people wanting to play and getting people in the door knowing that those kind of things are there. But on the other hand of accessibility, you had written down that the PS5 accessibility controllers went live? Or like the pre-orders for them?
Yeah. So if you go on Amazon, you can pre-order them. They should be coming out December? Yeah, beginning of
I
December.
believe so.
December 6th. For about $90.
Did you check out the video where they like pull out all the pieces and show you how things connect and how you can change it up?
Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot that you could pair it up with like a regular controller and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat too.
So that way it's not throwing you off. Um,
I mean, what if you only have full motion of one hand or one arm and not the other one? Same idea. You hold the controller with that, put the accessibility with the other one, and set it up how you need to. There's plenty of different ways I can imagine that working.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I would probably think about is instead of yeah, it can pair up with a regular controller, and you can hold the controller with one hand, and use the other one with the other hand if you decide you want to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if Sony comes up with controls like the Switch, where you can detach or have half the
Talking about
controller.
the Joy Cons.
Yeah, I could see something like that. Just because it's just holding the. It's not bad now, but
Yeah,
I could see
that's
that.
one step away from like PSVR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool.
I I thought it was pretty neat too. Always good for more accessibility options and avenues.
Well, not only that, I can see like as great as it's. I can also see other people, regular players, taking advantage of that too. Like it may not be, or it would be a stepping stone sort of for like PC players who want to try and get a console. Could have an orient it in a way where it makes sense. Trying to, I th- I'm wondering if you're having a hard time explaining it, but
You're
no.
losing me.
You know
I
the
don't know.
you know those specialty keyboard buttons where
No,
it's just straight
so
like fits your hand and
you
you
say
can.
that, but I'm thinking of like a Dvorak keyboard where it's like all the keys that you need are on the home row, so you're just doing this the whole time. But that's a specific typing style.
No, fuck. Let's see.
Are you talking about like the ones where you got your mouse on one side and then on the other side's like keys that you can set for like hotkeys and shit like that while you're playing?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And like you have some that are designed exactly that. There's some that are designed like a mouse, and then other
Hmm.
ones are designed to like you just put your hand on it and finagle it however you want to do.
Hmm. Tickle the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Eh, maybe. Who knows? So, I want you to tell me about this. What Destiny 2 update fixed what? Because I
Um.
didn't see anything about like this needed to get fixed and it got fixed, even though we read the twit all the time.
Well, basically the update that they were talking about is version 7.1.5.1. Basically the big issue that people were having was deep dives. You know how especially with the catalyst, or not the catalyst, the actual,
The exotic mission.
right, the exotic mission and the D7 and finding Toland and all that shit. If people weren't on the same page as you, they would just jump,
Yeah,
and then you'd be
like just
fucked.
leave.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then but then you're fucked because nobody can join in. They did
Or you
away.
get booted for whatever reason, then you can't join back up.
Right. Um, they did away with that. So if somebody drops some,
So join in progress again.
basically, so you
Good.
can actually do the deep dive. So you could actually do the deep dive and play it
That
for
made
what it
sense at the
was.
beginning.
Yeah.
Like when this whole season started, that made sense to keep it then. But once the exotic mission came out or like something, open that shit up. So I'm glad that they did that at least.
Right. Exactly. Because then
A little late, but I guess the timing works. I don't know.
I think
I didn't know that it was like a big problem because we never ran into that issue, but it was just us playing. So
because it was a 3-man group and we had our 3-man groups. But
yeah,
if you went to
we're okay.
jump in, it kind of
Drive
sucked.
in.
Yeah, I
We
know,
going to
right?
the theater?
Well, look at the look. Perfect example is my father-in-law. He plays Destiny, but because of when he plays, he doesn't really go on with people that he knows. So he'll
Mm-hmm.
join, but if they're doing something and he's not exactly doing what they're doing, if they leave, he's fucked. He can't
Or
finish.
in a strike where they just run straight ahead and not let him do anything.
Right. So so then at that point, if he gets in a situation where both the other players leave and he's at the final boss, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So it's good that they're doing that, or did that, I should say.
I agree. It's another one of those accessibility things.
Pretty much.
I want to play your stuff, but you won't let me open the door. So, do you remember that the Dolphin emulator story from Steam? The Dolphin emulator is the GameCube emulator that was going to be put up on Steam, and then they got the DMC takedown.
Yes. What ended up happening with that?
So after a couple weeks, they met with like the team at Dolphin Emulator. I don't even know what the company's called, but those who created the emulator reached out to a lawyer to discuss what was going on, and they actually published something on their website like detailing what happened since the word got out about them putting it on Steam. Originally, Nintendo did not send a DMCA to Valve. Don't know where the information came from about that, but they did not send it out. It was Valve's legal department that actually reached out to Nintendo to ask them about the emulator once it was announced that it was coming to Steam, to cover their butts, to like be like, hey, you okay with this? That this is going to happen, or that we're going to host this?
Yeah.
And then a lawyer from Nintendo asked Valve to not let it happen, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So a lawyer representing Nintendo told Valve, no go, don't let it happen. I had to crack my finger. Then Valve forwarded it on to the Dolphin emulator team, of course, to let them know, hey, they said not to do that. You're not allowed to, at least until you come to some sort of agreement to be able to do so. So the people at the Dolphin emulator company, they talked with the lawyer as well to get some idea of what to do from here and what they could do. And they ultimately decided it's not worth the legal trouble to try to make it work, so we're just going to abandon putting it on Steam. It is still a thing. You can still find it in places and download it. Just can't put it on Steam.
Right. Which I think is kind of ridiculous, because I'm sure.
Valve saved their ass, though.
Right.
They provided them an avenue to think about all this stuff and get the answers that they needed before anything super bad could have happened.
Right.
So good on them for at least stepping in and checking first, because it kind of helped them out.
Right. And then I could see.
We also know how sue-happy Nintendo gets with their IP and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, because they need to make that extra buck.
Always. That's why they don't put games on sale either.
Nope.
But yeah, at least the emulator's still up and about, but just no Steam. Not like you needed Steam to have it anyway.
It was just going to make it more available.
Yeah. I think we've gone through pretty much everything except for like the bottom two.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Stardew Valley. That is the one. Is that the one full of fairies and stuff like that, or is that?
That's Fae Farm still. No.
I'm sorry.
You did it again. I told you last time. No, that's Fae Farm. Stardew is like the pixelized Harvest Moon.
Oh, okay.
And yes, we are all excited here for the next update. We love Stardew. Anybody else that loves Stardew? Apparently there's going to be a new festival, some new items, more dialogue, of course, and he always adds secrets. And then he also said like 3 question marks. Like in his list of stuff, those were the things that he listed. The new festival, new items, more dialogue, secrets, and then 3 question marks. So that's either who knows what he's going to show off, or you're going to have to discover for yourself. Either way, it's cool.
Yes,
Still waiting to see more about Haunted Chocolatier, which is the next game that he's making.
Okay.
Haven't seen a trailer in a little bit. Excited though. Yes. You trying to understand the numbers?
No.
Okay.
Nintendo's newest console rumored to release second half of 2024.
Oh yeah, I just read that today. There was some people that were talking with the Video Games Chronicle, which is where I read this.
Yeah.
Talking about that the the next gen version of Nintendo's console, whatever that may be, is expected to release next year.
So this is a legit thing now. It's not just like rumor mill.
It's on pretty good authority, but not 100% confirmed. Like, we don't have a solid answer or anything that points to it being imminent. But from the article itself and what they've said, it sounds like it's a pretty good and reliable source.
Okay. Because
There's no specs, no details, no leaked information about it.
yeah.
The expectation is that it's going to stick with like the handheld idea or form factor. And of course, since Nintendo was looking at ways to carry over all your information, that's expected to, of course, come out on the next console too. Be able to carry over all those old games and whatnot. They believe that after Mario comes out, it's going to be like a transition period. Whatever next big games are obviously going to come out with the system, or at least around that time. That's really all we know.
So basically, you're telling me to hold off on getting the Switch.
I mean, by all means, get a Switch. It is a great system, and it doesn't really matter. Because, I mean, if you get the one, you can always transfer it to the next one. It's just a matter of if it comes out, what's it going to be? There's another thing, too. I think in the article it said they switched from LCD. No, they switched from the OLED back to LCD to save on costs, and people were bemoaning that. They were like, the OLED is so much better than the old LCD.
I'm like, what? Are they really complaining about that? Connect it to a regular TV and you'll be fine. The screen is so small.
I usually only play it docked, so I don't know. Some people like to do handheld.
Yeah, but even then, how much of a difference is the screen imaging on a handheld system?
It can vary drastically.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you these two things.
May have to unblur.
This is my phone.
Yeah.
This is my Retroid Pocket.
Yeah.
They both can output 1080p 60 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different screens, though. Mm-hmm. This is akin to like the old Game Boy screens almost, whereas this one's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Same resolution and everything. Totally different screen, though. But it doesn't look the same. One looks more smooth, while the other one looks like flat.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Like when I think of game, I'm thinking this is where it's showing our age. I'm just thinking like.
Speak for yourself, Grandpa.
Listen, don't joke around about the grandpa thing. I think I have more doctor's appointments now than a 90-year-old. Okay. But like when I think of handheld game systems, I don't think to the Switch or anything like that. I default to SP, even DS. So I'm not used to
I will say that the PSP had a better screen, like a better display than the DS did.
Yes, but not the. To me, it didn't really make the difference because, like I said,
no, it doesn't detract from it at all.
Right. It's just one shinier than the other, in my opinion. Yeah.
No, I agree.
I think at that point, when you're working with such small screens,
this is also hardware, not software. We're talking about too. So
right.
You get the product that you invest in, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing things to save money, then of course they're going to pick a certain display over another one.
Right. And no offense, if I'm getting a game console, if I'm getting the Wii, well, not the Wii. Wow, holy shit. If I'm getting the
what
Switch,
era are we in?
If I'm getting the Switch, it's it's because of its price. I'm not. Don't get me wrong, the games are good, but if I'm getting it, it's because of its price point, not because of it's got these high end features and stuff like that.
That's fair. I mean, the Switch itself is. What am I trying to say here? The Switch itself is at a good price point for the console, and you have a lot of variety when it comes to pricing for games too,
Yeah.
because it's not just first party studio games. Usually those come from like Nintendo directly.
Yeah.
Um, but there's a lot of solid indie games that come out on the Switch too. A lot of games that are built, what seems to be built for the Switch and its hardware.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options. It's a good little handheld console.
Yeah.
It's good for plane rides and train rides and backseat rides.
Right.
Doing nothing, walking around the house, sitting somewhere.
That and that's my point. It's a pastime. It's not for me, anyways. It's not a. I don't think of it as a hey. This is I'm going to dedicate time to this type of game. It's more like a hey. I need to pass the time, and I can
It's a
easily
toy.
right.
It's just a very fun toy.
Exactly. The screen.
There's a lot of good games.
It just doesn't need to be fancy.
I'm wondering what the next one's going to be, though.
You and me both, to be honest. I'm wondering if it's going to be.
It's going to be wider. It's going to be, like, thicker.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like. Even.
They're probably going to make it bigger than the Switches itself, but it's probably going to have more density to it, too.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the bigger complaints. Is like, all the buttons and the thumbsticks are too small.
Yeah, that was my thing because it was well how thin it is. I'm like, are they gonna make it meatier so you can like get a grip of it? Like this feels comfortable because you have good hand placement, whereas this after a while
Yeah, no.
tends to hurt, and this comes from a person with carpal tunnel, really bad carpal tunnel.
This thing is about 2/3 the size of the Switch.
Yeah.
And it's that thick. This feels comfortable to hold.
Yeah.
This is nice. My Retroid.
Right. I think if they can get it somewhere, and this is me having a personal preference, if they're gonna stick with that style, where like the detachable Joy-Cons and whatnot, I would think try to do it the same. Was it PlayStation that did it, or something something similar to it, where you can put like your phone, put the controllers on your phone and play mobilely that way.
Oh, shit. I don't know if any of those companies did it directly, but there are companies who make Bluetooth controllers like that you can clip on your phone.
Yeah. It's just the one I've seen recently. The controllers themselves. That's why I thought it was Sony, because the controller.
You are seeing Sony. You know what you're seeing? You are seeing Sony's handheld idea or whatever it is that they've been talking about.
Oh, okay.
That screen is not a phone. That screen is like their handheld device, and you like clip on the controllers to it or something like that.
Okay. So I can, if I can see that being more comfortable because you can have a better grip, or just because I'm used to it, and that looks like a form I'm familiar with. If Nintendo goes in that direction, I would be very happy.
Apparently, Sony's handheld is confirmed to be coming in November. 8-inch screen. It will allow PS5 owners to stream games to an 8-inch LCD screen that includes controllers on either side that are very similar to the DualSense PS5 controller. Games won't run natively on the device, meaning you'll need to have them installed on a PS5 and have good Wi-Fi connectivity to stream them. Hasn't mentioned whether you can use it outside of your home, but presumably you'll be able to use Sony's Remote Play technology to access your PS5 games on the go. There you go.
If you can use it outside your home, I would be for trying it out. If it's not, it's no different than the PSP and the PS Vita, and shame on them for not improving on that.
I mean, they did improve on it. It's next gen capable. It's prettier. It's all the new games.
Yeah, you could do, and you could have done it with
Functionality is the same.
yeah, and you lose a whole game system in the process.
Sony's gonna Sony.
I don't know.
You're right though. If it's not set up to be able to play it outside of the house, then it's not much different than remote play.
Right, it's pointless at that point.
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, I would sooner I would oh my god. Now, Microsoft the Microsoft game account where you can play Microsoft games on your computer. Can you do that with tablets?
Yes. So long as you have like a tablet that has the Xbox app, I think it is,
Yeah.
you should be able to access that kind of stuff.
So essentially, somebody could just do one of those
Sitting
third-party
with,
things.
let me put it to you like this: sitting
Yeah.
right here on my laptop. Well, it's a Windows laptop, but if I go
Yeah.
to whatever the website is, I can launch the game from the browser and just have a controller plugged up to it and play.
Yeah.
I can do it from my phone right now while I'm talking to you if I really wanted.
Yeah. So how if that's the case where you can't play the games outside your home, if PlayStation doesn't let you do that, I would sooner at that point I would sooner get myself a Android tablet, a Bluetooth controller that would fit on that tablet, and play and get the Xbox Game Pass, and play the
The
games remotely
only
that way.
okay,
If the hardware can handle it.
I'm conflating two things. What I'm talking about is cloud gaming. I don't know if that comes with PC Game Pass. It does come with Ultimate, though. I want to say it does come with PC Game Pass, too. But if so, then you have remote play as well.
Okay.
Just want to make sure I cover the bases.
But either which way, whether it's the remote play,
Fundamentally is different from what Sony's possibly doing.
right? If they're sticking with their old system, then shame on them, and not improving on it. Or because then at that point, I would just turn around and say, like I said,
Where's the innovation?
yeah, I would gladly, if I'm gonna go that route, I would gladly either buy the Switch, or get the Microsoft's version of that and be able to play wherever the hell I want, as long as I have an internet connection.
I think that it's going to be something more robust than just inside the home. It would make no real marketable sense to do that. I think that it's going to be a pain in the ass, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think you have to, like they said, you have to have the PS5 to be able to do so with the handheld to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
I think that something in there is going to act as a mediary or an intermediary, and it's not going to be as responsive or quick or play as well as they might want.
Yeah.
Or at least not at first. They'll have to figure it out. But the fact that if the PS5 is where the thing exists, and then you have to have it connected online, and then this thing is connecting to something somewhere else to be able to downstream whatever it is you have being uploaded at home, it's going to run into some hiccups and problems. Because the Xbox is just like point to point. The way that this is sounding, if it allows outside connections, it's point to point to point.
And that's
a lot of things can go wrong between those points.
Pretty much. And like even in the best of terms, where you have the best connections at every single point, shit could still hit the fan.
Yeah.
and
Who knows?
that's with a decent connection on all ends.
But I'm giving Sony the benefit of the doubt. I will be pleasantly surprised to see what they put out. They got a lot of stuff hitting this holiday.
They,
Just realized that it's interesting timing.
Seeing as they just fucked up their cash cow, yeah. I better hope it does well.
I mean, in a month we got Starfield coming out too.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah, man.
it's already getting that close, huh?
And tomorrow's August 1st, yeah.
Fuck.
What are you laughing about?
I just lost half a month.
Jeez. Oh, so that wasn't a happy laugh. That was a, what is my life?
I know, right? I'm like, holy shit.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Look at that. We've come full circle. We started the podcast with this, and now we're ending it with it. That's pretty good.
So, moral of the story, people. Do not ignore signs.
Pay attention to your body.
Pretty much. Holy shit. Because it will eventually yell at you and tell you go fuck yourself.
Ay. I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No.
So now that you're back, where can we find you?
Not laying on my couch. Apparently, I need to get up and moving.
After building the thing in the backyard, you still don't move enough?
I don't know. It could have just been a freak thing, and I don't know.
It's okay.
Other than building that playset, I think that was that playset was the most movement I had done in quite a while. Usually, I'm pretty sedentary. I sit at a desk 9 to 5 and on the couch.
So they can find us in your backyard and where? Hi.
Oh, jeez, yeah. We got on a tangent.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome back.
Well, you guys can hopefully not find me in my backyard. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and all the different socials.
Well, I lost my words. I was going to say something and I forgot. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple, all those fun stuff. And where else are we now finally that I got it up and working?
We are now on YouTube, so if you want to see our lovely faces.
I'm saving those still. I'm just working on putting like our logo in with the video so it's like background noise.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you don't see our lovely faces.
Maybe I'll put up one of the videos here and there. We'll see. Or maybe I'll save that for like Patreon or something exclusive. We'll see.
You want it? You
Don't
want
say it. Don't you dare. It won't work there.
Fine.
Sorry.
But just be prepared. There's probably going to be a lot of bleeping.
Just in the like first few minutes or whatever it is on YouTube. And it's not like we're bad in the first couple minutes anyway, unless we come in hot.
I never understood.
Fuck that shit.
So wait, what are the rules for that?
I'll have to read over them again to get the exact time, but it's... Let's wrap this up and I'll tell you afterwards. Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.